Hello, my crafty friends. Well, today is the first month of the third round of Same Six Wednesday, and I'm very happy to be here and to have an idea. Well, I don't have an idea yet. I don't even remember what is in the bag. Um, we're using my stuff this time, but I'm happy to have the chance to do this again. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, Jamie from APG Jamie, Maria from Maria's Miscellany, Barbara Clark, and her channel is Barbara Clark, and Lori and Paint Girly, Paint Girly. I think it's Paint Girly. I'm sorry, I should have looked that up. And Tanya, Tanya McGuire, and then that's the six of us who are doing this, and it's going to be on the third Wednesday every month for the next 6 months. So that will be August, September, October, November, December, January, and then in February we'll do a flip through. So for the next 6 months, we'll have something fun for you to see. Everybody's link will be in the description box below. And if you've done this before, you know what to do. If you haven't, been seen these before, then what you do is you click on the first person whose channel is in the box below, and when you go to their channel, you click on the first person in their box, and that way you make it all the way around. When you get back to me, you know you've seen everybody. So anyway, Same Six Wednesday, and I'm gonna hold on to that because I can use it 6 more times. Okay, I did print it off to put on because I always do the, let me show you. These are my other two journals I've done, the Same Six Wednesday. This was the first round. This is the second round. And this is the third round. And this book's going to be a little bit bigger because this book was sent to me in Happy Mail. And I decided it would be a great file folder book to use to do Same Six Wednesday. And I always, let me open it. I always do the first month, whoever's stuff we're using the first month, that's what I make the cover from. This time we're using my stuff the first month. And like I said, I don't even remember what I put in here. So let's see what I've got. Okay. We've got some playing cards. And they're pretty, butterflies and flowers. And I've got a piece of burlap with some black writing on it. And a blue, kind of a turquoisey blue, really thick index card divider thing. And a napkin. And a page out of Wuthering Heights, and then a piece of textured wallpaper, embossed wallpaper. So these things kind of are similar in color. They could be used together. I kind of did the same thing I did last time. I didn't really pay that much attention to how I might use these things. I just grabbed things I thought might be fun to use. So we have to decide how we're going to use them. All of these things I think will look, like make a good front cover. I'm not sure about that. And you don't have to use all 6 things. The premise of this is we've got 6 people sending 6 things for 6 months, and we do a page with those 6 things. Now you have to use 3 of them, but most of us try to challenge ourselves even more and use all 6 things. So, and I do. I always use all 6 things. So far, I've always used all 6 things, but let's Now this napkin, it says the same thing all the way around. So that would be a good thing to put on the back. And I may put Life is a Journey on the front and Enjoy the Ride on the back. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and cut it, because if I don't like that, I have 3 more copies I can use. So I can test it out in my thinking. Okay, so let's move this stuff for now. Life is a Journey. Enjoy the Ride. I like that. I think this will be something that I don't want the back to be too three-dimensional, you know, have too much dimension. So I could do it something like this and just let that be the back. I love the color she put on here, and I think I think it's this Orange Blossom, but I'm not positive. Let's see. Well, if it's not the same, it's close enough that it'll work with it, so we'll use that. I'm not sure how I want to use this, but I know I don't want, you know, a huge piece. So, and I know I want the fringy stuff around it, because that's the fun thing about burlap. Okay, I'm going to have to think a minute. And so that this doesn't end up taking too long, I'm going to pause for a minute. Okay, that took me a while. But what I decided to do was try to find some words that I thought would be good to use out of that page. And I chose this. It's parts of 2 different sentences that are about the same area. And it says, the setting sun shone on it and the topmost heights, and the whole extent of landscape lay besides lay in shadow. You could not climb them, they are too high and steep. In winter the frost is always there before it comes to us. Doesn't necessarily mean anything to us, but I just thought it was a good way to show the area they were talking about in my page, and that was, I didn't know what else to use the page for. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on there, even though they don't necessarily go with this, except that enjoying nature is part of life's journey, and so we're going to go with that. Now I'm gonna ink a bunch of stuff before I actually glue anything down, but I think this is pretty much what I'm going to do. And I'm going to let it look like these are just tucked in the pocket, but actually I'm going to glue everything down so they won't come out. They're just going to look like you could pull them out if you wanted to. So, inking. And I like the ink that she used on here, and I like it so much I'm actually going to add a little bit more. And then I'm going to ink this stuff before I put it on here. So I want to I want to ink the edge, and it's fine with me to have the what do you call that, the string inked up too. That's fine. And I'm just going to accentuate it even a little bit more. Okay. And I may, on the pages inside, I may use different inks with them, because I think there are a lot of inks that will be complementary to this. But on this particular page, I just wanted to ink everything with what the book was inked with. Or it's at least as close as I have to what this book was inked with. And let's go ahead and ink this up too. And it's kind of a little bit glossy, so it'll need to sit a little bit. And these kind of have a natural darkening around them anyway, but I'm just going to go ahead and accentuate that too. Okay, whoa. And let's ink up the words a little bit. This is kind of brittle paper, so if I can hold on to it. One of my favorite things about Same Six Wednesdays is 6 different people using the same things, and I've always been amazed at how different, our minds work, and how we all come up with something completely different. I always find that really, really fun. Okay, there's that. That's already inked. And I'm gonna lay this down and kind of just lightly go over the embossed part. And I don't want it to be perfect, all the same. So I think I'm going to leave it just like that. And where's my lid? There it is. Okay, now we're just going to glue it all down. And we will have August Same Six Wednesday done. Oops. Okay. And I don't want this, I want this kind of low on the page, so lay this down because I don't want to smear the ink, but I do want to get this glued down good. Okay. And my words. Ooh, I could put some more. No, I'm not going to because it's the back. I was going to say I could put some more burlap under that. And center that very good. Oh well. Can't move it any more than that, I'll end up messing it up. Maybe I'll do this. That'll make it look a little bit purposefully off center, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and then we will put this on here. But I want that ink to dry really good before I put that on. Boy, that really wants to blow away. Okay, this one. I'm pretty sure that's the only. I'm going to go ahead and put it down. And I'm going to do it with a glue stick, because I think that'll be good enough, and it'll dry clear if I put glue in places where I don't really need it. Okay, very good. And I'll put this down here. I had that up a little higher last time. I didn't realize it, but that's okay. Okay. It's not often I make fake pockets. But these are fake. Or this is a fake pocket, maybe I should say. Not these. Okay. I'm just going to put this on here and glue that down, because putting it on this burlap will be hard. So, and it doesn't have to. It'll dry clear, so I'm not fretting over it. There we go. Took me a while to figure out how to incorporate all these things together, but okay. And now I should have put 2021 or something, but I didn't. But I'm going to write right here what this is, or that it's my stuff. And so do we want that centered, or do we want it off centered? Yeah, I think we want it off centered. Okay, that kind of gooped it up, didn't it? Okay, I like that. I think there is one more thing I want to do before I call it done. If I can find it. There it is. I think I want to put glossy accents over this. It'll call attention to it, plus it'll kind of protect it. Okay. Now I'm just going to use the tip of this to kind of move it around. I don't think I need to add any more stuff. I never know how much of this stuff to actually use and what's too much. It looks like it's not wanting to stay at the edge, so I may have to add a little bit more around the edge. There we go. Oops. Okay. I need something heavy to go here. Try to hold that down. I don't know. I'm wanting to try to get it to lay flatter so that hopefully it won't all run to a side or something. Okay. That's it for today. Yay! Don't forget to go down to the description box and watch the 5 other ladies play with the same goodies. God bless you and have a great day. Bye-bye.